Here we go. Just get those wonderful toys.
Are you playing in the bathtub with your little doll?
Action figure!
Come on, you can do it. Wonder Wheel. I don't want to go through life being a Wonder Wheel murderer.
Hey everybody, what's going on? And welcome back to another Collectable Past. So we're getting toy crazy. We're going to have a little bit of fun, and we're going to miss all the weirdos that are out there just looking to melt down. We're gonna have fun with plastic that's not going to melt down. Of course, I'm joined by my co-host. We got the full panel up here tonight. Vinnie, what's going on, Vinnie?
Hey man, you said plastic that won't melt. We're in Florida, bro. All this shit melts. My balls are melting right now. No, I'm kidding. Yeah,
wrong stream.
Looking forward to the night and having some fun and having some laughs here.
Also joined by Trina, Real Horror. Welcome back, Trina.
Hello, happy to be here. Hope you all are having a great night.
And of course, our other panelist as well, Slasher McSplitter up in the house. What's up, Slasher?
What's up, man? How's it
going? It's going, man. It's going. It's been a good couple days. I can't really complain. Things have been kind of almost going right. We had a little electrical emergency, but it wound up being exactly what I thought it was. So it was sorted out today. Unfortunately, we had to get an electrician out to take care of it. So, yeah, is what it is. I knew it was coming, so not that big of a deal. Let's say hi.
Your internet's working.
What's that?
At least your internet's working.
Yeah, semi.
That's good.
Working.
Yeah, hopefully they didn't bend you over too bad, the electrician.
Yeah, it could have been much worse. So I'm not complaining. It is what it is. I was expecting to see a much higher when he started handing it off, and I was like, oof. But let's say hi to the people in the chat. Iceman Modeler was in it earlier. He's going to have to watch on the replay. Time zone, man. Appreciate you stopping in and saying hi, though. Chaos Hoy up in the house. What's going on, Chaos? Pigs are doing well. I'm doing well. Snorter Poop is also in the house. What's up? Hello, humans and other critters, man. Always good to see you.
Hello.
Let's see. Who else do we have?
Oh, we got always DTF for 20, man.
DTF.
Dude, thank you, brother. Yeah, because bad news, I didn't get any figures painted or assembled. Good news, I think I found a way around my writer's block. Turns out so far it's just by actually writing instead of typing. No idea why, but I'm back to making progress. Dude, I'm the same way. Like, I've written a few stories like with the comic book stuff, like on the computer. I think I do better, like you said, or better ideas come to me when I'm handwriting it on a piece of paper for some reason. I don't know what it is. But yeah, I think it flows better when it's coming straight from the hand like that.
That makes a lot of sense. It really does.
Yeah, I mean, because a lot of times you'll go back, you'll retype things. With this, it's just like, yeah, when you're writing it, I don't know, it's a better flow. Cool, man. Thank you for the 20.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to play something real quick before we move on. We don't have a whole lot to choose from. I still haven't gotten around to making some good ones, but we're going to give him something different this time. Let's give him this.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
You need the method of the crackhead on one of these, though.
You can't go wrong with him.
This is true.
But let's go ahead. Let's get into it. We're going to start off with, as always, Toys from the Past segment. I know many people don't know this line as well. Some of you may, but let's go ahead and get into it. Guys, let me know what you think about this one.
Greetings, humans. This is Indy. Welcome back to Toys from the Past.
We will be talking about battle beasts. These were small, 3-inch tall, half animal, half robotic, America by Hasbro, and 4 series were released. The first 3 contained beasts 1 through 76. Now each figure came with the heat-sensitive rub sign on their chest and a melee weapon, as well as the figures being released in a 2-pack in America. They were originally released in Japan in small boxes and larger multi-packs. They also had released some other items to go along with the figures. They had 3 pullback vehicles and 3 transforming bases that were also released. Now, the 4th series was called Laser or Shadow Beasts. Now, during this line, the heat-sensitive sticker was replaced by a orb that you can see into that would depict which clan the beast belonged to. Now, the new laser beasts carried guns that actually resembled the creature who held them. The entire new series of 36 laser beasts and new vehicles were mainly released in Japan. A smaller amount were released in Europe, along with a few unique sleds, and North America only received 10 of the new lasers packaged in Shadow Beast packaging. I remember this series mostly because this is something that my younger brother actually had quite a few of.
Those were
Dude, what
cool.
was
I
that?
have never heard about that.
Yeah, I had a couple of
Battle
them.
Beast.
Yeah, those were cool. That's
Oh.
one of the ones like I forgot. Oh shit!
None of
Nice.
them have the stickers. I have 3 right here.
Yeah, those things peeled off so fast.
They're a little grimy looking, but you know they're still. I don't have any of their weapons. They all came with little weapons. None of the stickers I have. I don't. I got like maybe 4 or 5 more of these somewhere. Not a single one of them has the
Those
sticker
things are
on
fun
them.
though.
Yeah,
They
did
came off
any of you
really
guys, did any of you know that they were originally supposed to be related to the Transformer franchise, though?
No,
And I never saw that later series you were talking about. What was it? Shadow Beasts? I never
Shadow Beast, yeah, or Laser. It was another name that they had
I
for
never
it.
knew about that one. But what was
Yeah,
that? IDW did the comic book?
Yeah,
Recently?
IDW did a comic, yeah.
Yeah,
Did
was
they
that weird,
bring
though?
back Battle Beasts like as toys at all?
Not really.
Nah.
No.
I don't remember that. No. They
Yeah,
should.
I think-
It seems simple enough.
No, I'm
They-
saying because I'm wondering like why would they put a comic out if they're not gonna redo the toys?
It might have had to do with a lot of the licensing they were doing. So when they were doing like stuff for Transformers and everything like that, like any kind of subsequent line that they might have been able to use to make a comic book or two, that's probably what they did.
Oh, okay.
But that's still, yeah, that is a huge missed opportunity if you're releasing a comic book and you don't
right?
release some figures with that. I mean,
They
Did they
should
have play sets? Did they have any play sets or vehicles?
Well, yeah. They had pullback vehicles, and I think it was like 3 pullback vehicles, and what was it like 3 or 4 of the action play sets that I showed in the clip right there. So one of them was like a big shark looking like
Oh
torpedo
yeah,
thing.
I thought that was the later series that you were talking about.
Well, that was like that was the earlier series that had them.
Oh, okay.
The later series was that big croc thing I showed at the end
Okay.
that turned into a giant play set. That was like the later series. But yeah, the early series had the other ones. They were cool. I liked them for what they were. What's going on, Cotton? See, Cotton's up in the house.
What up, Kyle?
hey, Kyle.
No, I don't even remember what their weapons look like. I lost those things so long ago.
Some of them were axes. Some of them were pole staffs. Some of them were not really swords, but something on the line of a swords. And it wasn't until the 3rd wave that they started using guns.
Ah.
What's up, Tree Rock?
What's up, Trina?
Hey, man. How's it going?
Yeah, talking about writing your ideas on paper might flow better because you're using only your dominant hand. Typing requires both hands.
Maybe.
Yeah, if the doc was here, he'd probably back you up on there. What's going on? Steve also in the house. What's up, man? Trina is my aunt, and her hugs linger 5 seconds too long.
Oh, shit.
That's cool. That's all right, Cass. We all are at times. There's nothing wrong with it, man. What's going on? Monotony also up in the house, man. Good to see you, buddy.
Hey, Tone.
Now, then, before I pass the torch over, of course, we're going to run into a commercial break. Who's going next, anyway?
I could show a couple of shorts.
Okay. All right. Well, here's your commercial break, and then Vinnie, you're up.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Battle beats wood. Fire, fire burns wood. Battle beats fire. Water, water puts out fire. Battle beats water. Wood beats water. Battle beats. Collect every one of these incredible creatures to battle for fun. Just activate their battle badges.
I got fire. I got water. Water beats fire.
Battle beats can grow into an army. Collect all 84. Battle beats.
Now, back to our program.
Hey, look, here he is. Water! Water!
I love that gorilla, though. But, yeah, it's weird. At the end, it sounds like they said they're going to bring him to the orgy. Like, what orgy? What are you talking about?
This guy singing? We're going to bring him to the orgy.
That's what it sounded like, didn't it? Or am I crazy?
That'll be orgy, everybody.
What's going on, Adam?
Everyone's going to have wood.
Hey, man.
No fire, no water. It's just all wood.
What beats
That's
water?
it.
Wood. Wood. What's up, Soul Assassin?
Never mind.
Another week, another stream with misguided children of the age and a definition of chaos.
Yeah, isn't it? Holy hell.
Good. God, was a commercial made by Diddy.
That little bit of animation they had in there, though, looked really good, though.
It did. Did they have a cartoon?
I don't recall them ever having a cartoon. It was one of those. Well, you got to remember, like I said, this was made in Takara way earlier. It was like 4 years earlier. So, I mean, it wasn't like they were going to get tons of promotion by just re-releasing something that was that old of a franchise. But yeah, Steve, you want to read that one, Trina?
Water puts out fire. I will say that to some horny slut sometime and toss water at her. He's got another good one. His other comment.
Lots of splashing there. Lots of splashing. What kind of horseshit is that? Let's not try to make sense out of this, Cotton. These were older toys, man. They're fun. But Vinnie, I am passing the torch to you.
Yeah. All right, man. Yeah, let me I get these shorts going. But yeah, funny stuff. Okay. Trina wasn't here last week, but I thought she might actually dig this. It's a Universal Monster thing. I think I showed it last week, though.
Here is some.
So these guys, it's something actually I helped design. There was a Universal Monster box set. It was Wolfman, Frankenstein, and Dracula. And so these were kind of like in there with the DVDs. And my brother had sculpted, not the heads. They already had those provided. It was like the shirts down to the base.
Nice.
But yeah, they didn't have Dracula. I was in the comic shop when I saw them. Like, oh shit, I haven't seen these things like in 20-something years. But,
yeah, those look great.
Yeah, they were pretty sweet. I thought that they were gonna do like the other movies as well. So we get like the Bride of Frankenstein in there and like the Mummy and Invisible Man. But I luckily it was just the original three, which they could have done though. But yeah, these are pretty awesome. Yeah, I think I showed them last week, and we'll get back to the other stuff for this week. Tommy, I think this is the one that I was talking about last time.
Yeah, also, like my stores haven't had them in yet, so
Okay. I found this one over at the comic shop, and I know they're cheaper than this. He should be going for 24 or something, and he was going for like 33 plus, tax and everything. So I'm like, nah, I know we're going to be able to find these things cheaper. But they just had the one. But this is the guy you're looking for?
I was thinking about getting them. The reviews on them are pretty mixed. But I think for like that G1 aesthetic, until I can figure out a way to get my hands on the missing link, I think that's a good substitute.
Yeah, it's a pretty nice looking one. I was impressed by that. And yeah, for those who, if they didn't know, these are in stores right now.
Danny catch Ghost Rider.
Yeah, I reviewed them last week, but this thing was a beauty. So,
yeah,
I don't remember
nice.
Yeah, it's really good. The full
the accessories on that thing is really what made it pop.
Yeah, the fire, the extra bases, you could get them propped up on one wheel, like really cool shit. And more McFarlane ones are out. Don't really care about those though. But there's the other McFarlane one. This thing looked like shit, and in person it's even worse. That face, oh my god, it's terrible. His proportions are all off. Yeah, it's crazy. But I never liked how he drew Green Goblin to begin with. Anyway, his Hobgoblin was pretty good, but
it looks very cat look, like a catfish actually.
Yeah, I don't know. It still had that amateur feel to it, to be quite honest.
Actually, it looks like some of the ones that are melting down on Twitter.
Yeah, we'll talk about that tomorrow. And look at this giant screw up that they did. Like her whole mouth. Huh?
Who's that supposed to be?
I think
That's
this was called. No, Shining Knight is what it said on the package.
Oh, okay.
Not familiar. I thought it was that one too, one of the Kirby.
Yeah, I thought it was like a redone Big Barda first.
Yeah, maybe it is a Kirby character. Not 100%. I'm not that versed in DC, to be honest. Not the older shit. But, I don't know. Paint job and design is it was okay for what it is, but dude, look how ugly that is.
Yeah.
Like, I did a double take how bad that one is.
They need to start putting the other figures on these backs.
Yeah, I said a crap like that. For sure. What else? They had a few other things. That crappy Aquaman.
That's a Momoa.
Yeah, it looked terrible.
Oh man, I hate Momoa Aquaman.
Especially with the orange. Like, oh.
Real quick, before you continue. So Steve says he's getting his Bosk 6-inch Black Series next week. I seen he showed me a picture of that. It looks great. It looks almost as good as the Dengar. And always DTF with another $5. Wood, fire burns wood. Water puts out fire. Wood beats water. Click them on join or G. Battle Beast kick. Water.
Thank you, man. Holy shit, that was great.
Hold on, we got to give him something for that.
Hey, Prime, what do you think Megatron's gonna do to Starscream?
Nothing gentle, I would say.
Don't worry, man. Tomorrow I'll play some more VBS doing meth. I think you'll love it. It's been a crazy week, guys. Holy shit. But here's a figure that I think this guy's going to be getting fired. Here's Erwin R. Shyster. It's Mike Rotunda, the IRS. Because what I heard now, the Orange Man, they're going to take care of all those guys who were the army that was enlisted. So he'll be a harder figure to get, I think.
How many IRS figures were there? I bet you not a single person bought that IRS.
Right? And I'm sure he came with a gun. I'm just saying, I don't know.
I actually, now that I'm seeing it, I don't know what is worse, Tugboat or IRS.
Right? Holy shit! But Tugboat, actually, he looked pretty decent for what they have for him.
But it's Tugboat. That's the
I know.
problem. I would rather
gay
a
guy.
Shockmaster figure than Tugboat.
Yeah, and here's the Anvil when he had those really bad looks.
Foundation.
Yeah, I hated that look on them. Here's Farouk.
Oh, cool. Nation and Domination Farouk.
Oh wait, I went so fast in that last one. Hogan, he's showing everybody something. I don't know if you noticed that. I don't know why they packaged him like they did, But he's like, hey, look at these nuts.
Yeah,
Hey, brother.
The original guy to do suck it.
Right? He's like, brother, suck these nuts, brother.
You're sucking my balls for life.
Holy shit. That was, that's something else. That's
brother.
Holy shit. And I saw this over in GameStop. I just filmed it. I'm not familiar. I didn't watch the show. I never played the games.
Me neither. These figures are cool though.
Yeah, the Fallout ones.
Yeah, that's a good show.
Okay.
Whoa, that's a price.
Well, that's the whole set.
Yeah, that's a crazy price.
That guy looks awesome.
Yeah, those look really good.
Now, wait, is that Walton Goggins? Is that who that character was?
Yes.
This dude?
Yep.
I saw a clip somewhere. I'm like, I'm kind of tempted because I like him as an actor, but
Walter.
But not too bad there. I don't know who this guy is. I thought this looked kind of goofy, but apparently that severed head that's here. I guess that's when you swap out. I'm assuming the Spanish guy is in that armor, and there's your Vault Boy. Again, not familiar with any of it, so I guess he's like the mascot or something.
You never played the games? Yeah, I think you'd like it.
Yeah, but was it first person or third person?
Oh, I forgot. You don't like first person. Yeah, it's first person.
Oh, it is? Okay. Because, it's those ones I get like that motion sickness for some reason. I don't know why. It's just like that hand floating on the screen. But, but these look pretty neat, Maybe I'll watch the show at some point. I have no idea. But again, like I said, I know next to nothing about it. Yeah, this wasn't too bad, though.
No, those actually look really good. Like, as far as like getting them close to how they look in the show, it's very good.
Yeah.
Who made those?
McFarlane.
Oh, well, he did a good job.
Yeah, I think some of these they might have been like the real scan stuff, or if they had them like another version of them, because it's different from all of his other stuff. And I know the process that he does is because they're not traditionally sculpted. But Fallout 1 and 2 are the best. Okay. I don't know. Yeah, I might look up a video or something, at least get the kind of like the story, because I know a lot of them have like good cutscenes and shit. Maybe I'll do that at some point. But there you go. Yeah, those were my shorts for the week. I had one other. I didn't get a chance to upload it though. So
that's all right.
For next week.
It is what it is. Say hi to Soul Assassin up in the chat. Who doesn't want a figure named Tugboat?
I don't.
Curtis YZ also in the chat, dropping people's links. Thank you, Curtis.
What up, Curtis?
And there is a request in here. So Steve wanted you to read this, Trina.
Well, okay, so why does he want... All right, Momoa got so pissed about the election, he bent forward, filleted himself, and rolled away like a meat-powered wheel. Why did I have to read that?
I don't know. He requested it right there.
You sure it wasn't Ron Perlman who did that?
He was singing or something. Like he's all kinds of messed up.
Yeah, we'll play that tomorrow.
Except Fallout 76, pretty sure that one's hard set to first person. So he was saying the first game is first or third person. It could be.
Oh, okay.
I think that I think that's true. I couldn't remember.
Oh, I might have to look into that.
Steve saying that had a big plot hole. The show.
Oh yeah.
I can't say anything on it. I don't know nothing about it. So. And nothing of value was lost.
Yeah.
Slasher, did you have anything, or do you want me to go?
Yeah, go ahead. I gotta step out of the room real quick, so go ahead.
Okay, not a problem. I got a two-parter here. So finally getting back into the Transformer swinging thing, and I have my ups and downs with this figure. I'll just let the video explain it. There's definitely some really good points to take away from this, and a few things that could be subtracted. And as always, that comes down to quality control. Here we go again with it.
Welcome back as we're hanging out with Dark
Mark Helmet, the sci-fi and Transformers pick. What's going on, Helmet? Oh, Helmet is here hanging out as we are getting ready to take a look at something that is Transformers related from Hasbro Studio Series 86, the movie. We've got Springer. The colors look pretty bright on this one. This looks pretty interesting. Let's go ahead and get this one out of the box and take a look at it. Here we go with our Springer 86 movie figure right out of the box. We're just going to go right ahead. We're going to start putting him in action poses. We're going to let all the articulation that is supposed to be on this figure speak for itself. Got Springer in a bit of a kneeling position, almost down into a Superman pose, so you know there is a lot of leg movement in this thing. Here we go with Springer with the help of a stand, wielding his big old hammer. Like, I really don't know where this accessory came from, but it's kind of interesting. You can see all the extra movement he has with the swivel right there. It's not really at the bicep, it's just above the elbow cut. Got the turn at the hand, a really good knee and hip joint movement in there. Really, really nice. Does have a waist turn, but you notice his head does not look up. It is literally only side to side. Here we go with another pose with Springer. Spread legs out. You can see the rockers down and the feet are really nice. They stabilize very well. Got his blaster in his hand right here. Now, I did say there was no real pivot in the head. There is, but it's ever so minimal, and it only looks down. It doesn't look up at all. Springer also does come with these other little accessories. Usually they would port onto the car form or the helicopter form, but technically they make nice little mini handguns right there. And you can see he's leaning way back. I mean, the posability on this thing as far as the balance is really good. Like, I bent the knees, figures. But I got him in a really wide leaning back stance. Now, I'm not sure I'm going to replicate it just because I moved it so damn much. But see if I can get it back again. Almost at it. There it goes. There it is. So there you go. He's leaning way back and he's still keeping his balance fairly well. And of course on the back you see there's storage for the hammer as well.
The Transformers will return after these messages.
That was great. Wow, the balance, that was amazing.
It's really good. So again, one of the things that they do right on some of these figures is they have like the backstop on the feet to help do the balance. So it's not just the toes. And that's what he had on there. And I think that's what led into him having a really good balance, be able to lean way back like that. But why they didn't put any movement for the head to look up is beyond me. Like, he looks down ever so slightly, but does not look up. And that just drives me nuts.
Damn.
But like all the other articulation, that thing, like the way he's designed, because he's got those big fold over pieces that are part of the front of the helicopter and the car and everything, it doesn't allow them to put a turn up at the top of the bicep. So they put it right above the elbow. I mean, it makes sense. I mean, you're not really losing any kind of turning ability by doing that. But yeah, like everything else, like especially in the hips and the leg movement, like wow, just amazing the range of motion that this thing has, especially in that lower body. Like, it just blew me away. And the colors are pretty much like screen accurate, so I have no complaints with that whatsoever.
Awesome.
He is a bit larger in the original one, but I couldn't seem to get it out for the review.
Yeah.
I might do that later on, like, do a side-by-side to see how much larger he is. But, yeah, we were talking about it. Like, the other one was just maybe a little bit bigger than Blur and Hot Rod and all them. This one is a lot bigger. Like, he's like the size of Voyager Optimus Prime, the Earthrise one.
But he's more in scale now, because I remember him being a bigger character.
He was bigger, but I don't recall him being that much bigger. Like, when you put him next to the RC that came with the same line, he's like towering over her.
Oh wow. He's like that meme of the white girl and all the black guys standing around her.
He's saying if you want to learn more of the lore, watch Oxhorn for the game.
Oh, okay.
Stig, I need to show you guys my growing He-Man and Star Wars collection. I will send pics.
Sweet.
Yeah, and, if you ever have the opportunity to come up and show them off, Stig, you could always do that too. Thank you, Curtis. Curtis is always dropping links. Yeah, you had Springer. I have Springer in the back, and he's complete. Just a little chrome wear on him, but man, it's a fun figure. Some of those triple changes that they came out with, because they originally came out with the 2 triple changes, which was Astro Train and Blitzwing.
Mm-hmm.
And then a year later, in '86, they came up with Springer, they came up with Broadside, and then they came up with Sandstorm. And they also came up with another one, the 4th triple changer, which a lot of people tend to forget about, which was Octane, which boosted the Decepticon triple changes to 3 to match the Autobot. Now had 3 triple changes.
I remember his name, but I don't remember what all the vehicles and shit he transformed into.
He turned into like an oil tanker or a gas tanker, and then he turned into like a big like Concorde plane or something, or like a Boeing. Maybe it was a Boeing 747 or something.
I think I seen a third party of him somewhere. Might have been a Big Bad Toy Store.
I'm sure they're going to wind up doing them at some point. I mean, they've already done Sandstorm. They've done 2 different versions of Springer, Astro Train, Blitzwing. So, I mean, they only got Broadside, which they already did Broadside as well. So Octane is the last one that they need to do, and they have all the triple changers recreated. So I'm sure they'll do it.
Okay. Stig was saying Octane was cool. He was involved with the Ghost of Starscream episodes.
Yes. Yeah. I have that's another one. I have the original one in the back. I'm pretty sure. I think I can't remember if I have all his weapons or not, but I'm pretty sure mine's complete. And the crazy thing was on that one is the oil tanker section was all chromed plastic. It was all chromed all the way through. And somehow the one I have in the back, the chrome is complete, and there's not a scratch on the chrome whatsoever.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Dude, that's sweet.
Come on, Steve. Get your mind out of the gutter. This isn't a leftist production. Yeah, Springer was a wee bit shorter than Optimus Prime, the figure. Yeah, I think in the cartoon, even he was just ever so slightly smaller than Prime, I thought. But that was something I would have to rewatch the cartoon. And
wait a minute. Yeah, if they just released the 86 Optimus, and they made him bigger than the Earthrise one. So maybe that scaling is correct now with Springer.
Yeah, you're right. But once again, like I remember RC being smaller than Springer, but not as small as these figures match up for the 86 movie version they did of RC, which was basically just a rehash of the Kingdom one.
Okay.
Yeah, they didn't change much except I think it was just the coloring and everything. That was all they did different. Yeah. I mean, they probably should re-release those. They probably should also do some more accurate versions of the old Sunbow cartoon versions of Elita 1. I mean, I know they did a 2-pack a while back. It was Ariel and Jesus, what was his friend's name? Why am I blanking on it? Dion. So they did Dion and Ariel, and then they released Alpha Trion and Orion packs from the Sunbow a while back. And they look good, but like compared to the other figures now, they're out of scale.
Yeah, you wish that they would be more consistent with what they're doing, Hasbro.
That Blitzwing and Astro Chain, I got both of them too. I had to piece mine together though. What's up, Time Prophet?
What's up?
No worries, man. Whenever you get here is when you get here. I appreciate everybody comes in here and spends their time here, man. You can be, like I say, you can be anywhere. You chose to be here with us. God help every last one of you. Moved out of California to a red state, and my state voted blue this election. Oh,
man.
Especially if they got bad policies, Oh, that's the worst. RC was a great character. Her voice sounded a bit like Trina, actually, without the Dick Tracy secretary accent. What's up, Memes? Memes had a little live stream going earlier. Guys, be sure to stop by and see Memes. I'm sure Curtis will drop his link in the chat because Curtis is the man.
Absolutely.
Good to see all of you. Yeah, so I'm going to play the second part of Springer right here. Obviously, I'm going to get into transformation, and this is kind of where I had some issues with him. And if I don't explain it all in the video, I'll explain it afterwards.
We now return to the Transformers.
To get the help of the stand for this one, but got him in a running position with the leg up and everything, and running in with his one sword. This is pretty much the sword that he wound up defending against Wreck-Gar with in the movie. Now, for those G1 fans, this is more of his traditional sword, which actually turns into his helicopter rotor. Now, while this missile almost kind of look like the thrusters on the old G1 toy, I do believe this is part of his vehicle form. It also doubles as the missile that he's actually loading up in that launcher to fire on Devastator. Here we go with Springer in his car form. I will say that the engineering on this was not done very well, because everything is very hard to snap into place. Like, some of it had to be forced, and I was for sure that something was going to snap on this thing. But I mean, overall, a decent looking car form. Much like the original one, you could take the gun, so most of them always showed in the old photos, and kind of just port that in place on top if you so wanted to. Or you could actually take any of the other accessories pretty much for the most part, and you can kind of port them in like his big giant blades. Any of the other weapons will actually port in. There's a few ports alongside here. I'll just leave that in. So you have the little mini guns. Technically, you could port them down here if you so wanted to. And there's a few other spots that you can port all these weapons onto. They did give you a lot of room to actually be able to port weapons onto this thing. And here we go with Springer in his copter form. Triple changer action, and yeah, that blade spins around. And with the ports on the sides and everything, you can actually put them in the back too. If you so wanted to, you could put those two smaller gray guns onto him as well. And as we get out of here, goes one more with Springer. As you can see, you can take the two smaller guns and join them together to create one big giant long blaster rifle. Overall, this Springer looks really cool in robot form. There is a lot of movement in this one. However, where this one lacks a little bit is in the finer detail and the quality control, as far as everything being able to port together properly. I had such a hard time to get in a lot of these parts to be able to port on, not only in the car form, in the helicopter form, but getting it back into robot form. There's a lot of ports in this thing where things just will not snap into place the way they should. This thing cannot get very, very high score for me. This thing is only going to get
Yep, that was the best I could give that, an 8 out of 10. And here's the thing. If everything would have ported together the way that it should have, and I didn't have to pretty much brute some of these ports together when I got him into his vehicle forms, this thing would have absolutely got a 10 out of 10, because the articulation in this thing, and like Trina, like the balance on that thing, like leaning way back, like absolutely incredible. The paint job, perfect. It's just transform into a vehicle form, and it's a damn transformer, man. I don't want to be forcing these things into the ports and almost break things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree. I know when I well, the original one, because I don't have this one. Yeah, he had some big problems, I thought anyway, and it was complicated to kind of get everything lined up properly. Yeah, his helicopter mode is kind of, I don't know, it felt so cheap too, the way they did it.
Yeah, there was a few things on the back. If you really look at it, there's almost like some open spots in the back of the tail. And I was like, they could have did something. Like, I thought for sure that bomb would have been able to port in somewhere. It was not able to port anywhere on the figure. I was like, damn, if that thing could have ported in somewhere on the back or everything, that would have been really cool, but there was nothing for it. So basically, it's just an accessory. Say, like, let's shoot on Devastator, and that was it.
Yeah, I'll say his robot form, though, I loved it, and over here it still looks great. The car mode, the kind of, street racer kind of look, like that still looks really nice. But I do like that they did a better job with like the sword weapon being like, the rotor for the helicopter mode, because in the original one it wasn't, not to my knowledge anyway, or from what I remembered.
Yeah, I mean, and if you're a G1 enthusiast, I mean, that's what it was, the original thing. But the blades just folded together sideways instead of like long ways like that one did. But yeah, overall, I mean, really nice figure. I would still say it's worth to pick up if you're a fan of the G1 stuff, or especially the '86 movie. I would still say it's worth to pick up, but just be prepared for the struggle to be able to transform this thing. That's all.
Yeah, that's for sure.
But I'm gonna pass it back off to you, Vinny, in a second. But first, we're gonna get into a toy break. It's time to have some laughs. Slightly horror related there, Trina. So you might enjoy this toy break, guys. Here's your toy break for the evening.
Welcome back, as we're hanging out with Stripe,
the horror icon pig. What's up? Oh, Stripe is having a bad hair day. Oh, Stripe.
Got to brush all that lovely locks out again. He makes such a mess out of it in the crickle tube. But we're hanging out with Stripe for this toy break. We're going to be looking at something that's a little bit odd. So going out to Ollie's, and we pick up some oddball stuff every once in a while, and we seen this. Buttheads. Loud and proud, the Grim Ripper. Yes, the Grim Ripper. So this one is not working right out of the package, so we're going to have to get it out and get some fresh batteries in it. But for $5.99, yeah, I was going to take a chance on this one. It has a little bit of a story thing on the back, pretty interesting. So if you have an Ollie's, check out their toy section, man. They always have some pretty cool damn items sitting up on their shelves. But let's get it out, take a look at it. So after opening the package, it does come with a card, so I don't plan on opening the card right now. Maybe at a later date I'll open it up. But we went ahead and we changed the batteries on the Grim Ripper, so let's give them a whirl. And there's a whole bunch of other different sounds that are on this one. I think it's just hilarious, and for $5.99, yeah, you can't beat that price. Anyway, guys, this is your toy break for today. That's right.
What the fuck, man?
That was funny though, man.
It was.
Oh, that was great.
As I said, I was telling Tommy, it's kind of like those sumo figures that I found that time. That you slam them down and they say like all racist shit. That's great.
Yeah, the sumo slammers, whatever the fuck they're called. Yeah.
But these butt heads are also. Yeah, if I see that, I would have probably gotten that too.
They got 3 other ones. I only seen the Grim Ripper. Yeah. Always T-tip. I would have fallen in love with these as a kid. Meme's like, yeah, farts, I get it. What's going on, Tolbat? He smells farts.
Yeah, that's the type of toys that, like, if my dad took me to the toy store and I took that off the shelf, my dad would immediately put that shit back on the shelf.
He would have pulled off his belt.
I'm not getting you no ass face toy.
Trina, where does that rate on the horror icon list?
That's pretty horrific. So I'm gonna give it 10 out of 10 on the horror scale. It's great.
Oh god.
I love the what is that organ like? What is the name of that song they do at the beginning?
that piece that oh god,
Yeah.
what is that? Is that Bach? Toccata and Fugue D minor, maybe.
It's I've never known what the name of it is, but that just like adds to it. It's awesome.
It
Did he have
does.
a tattoo on his cheek?
Yeah.
You didn't get the one that was scuffed and had like that brown that's in between. Never mind.
Jesus Christ, Vinnie.
That's a custom work that we do
The
later.
one with toilet paper coming out of his mouth.
Holy shit.
But when I seen it on the shelf, I just died laughing. As soon as I seen it, I was like, what the hell is that? And I seen Grim Reaper, and I was like, I just started laughing because I knew what it was. I was like, oh God, that is so immature and childish. I gotta get it.
Yeah.
Of course, the wife just shook her head at me like
it just screamed Tommy.
It's such a great gag gift. Like it's just awesome.
Really
Grim Reaper, like that's fantastic.
Tommy's gonna get a bunch of them and visit the local hospital at the terminal ward.
That, you know what? That would probably lift a lot of spirits.
Wet ass faces.
It made him laugh.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
no worries, Tolbat. We are all adults here. We can take it.
Yeah, where are we taking it?
I don't know, but you're up.
All right. I got this week. I got some GI Joe stuff for you guys. So, this thing was pretty cool. This one. So we got GI Joe's Classified's Raptor, Cobra character. Pretty damn cool looking figure. This one, I think Tommy had snatched this one up too. We kind of got it around the same time, and we were both a little bit kind of debating whether or not we would be bringing him back because he was like one of those characters that it's sort of like an oddball kind of thing. But I had the original figure of him as a kid, and I loved it as a kid. He kind of doubled as my Condor Man. When that movie came out, I'm like, oh, there's like a figure of that in G.I. Joe.
Yeah,
but
he was one of the more unpopular figures of the series. A lot of people didn't. I thought he was all right.
Yeah, I thought he looked pretty cool.
He came out around the time of Big Boa and Crystal Ball, and that line of figures is very looked down upon with hardcore G.I. Joe people.
Yeah, which again, I don't have any major problems with them. I think this was actually pretty
I
good.
didn't either. Well, Crystal Ball kind of sucked, but this guy was cooler than him.
I remember the name. I don't remember his full design.
He looked like Vincent Price, and he had a shield that was like a spirograph or something.
Oh, okay, like the Secret Wars.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And that's all he came with.
Yeah, but this guy actually pretty cool, and I do like the design that they did with him with his face, because the original figure, it was like all. At least from what I remember, I thought it was all like molded together, like the eagle head part. I don't remember it being like a separate thing, like a helmet. But this guy looks pretty damn cool. I was kind of surprised. He reminds me of like Native American or something. So like, I didn't mind the approach that they did. Like the feathers coming out of his boots and his kind of like his gauntlet glove things. Pretty cool. The sculpt work that they did on this, like all those feathers and shit, like on his vest, look amazing. Pretty nice. Like I said, and his face is good. Like it kind of looks like a bird, like the way they did it from the side profile. Like he's got like a little beak. It almost looks like from his
well,
nose.
you know what he kind of reminded me of early on when they first came out with this figure?
What's that?
Remember Hawk from Buck Rogers?
Oh yeah.
And also the Birdman from Flash Gordon.
A little bit, yeah. Kind of. But yeah, this guy was surprisingly cool. This is the only thing that bummed me out, though, is the neck articulation. They screwed it up. He could barely look up and down. It's a character that's supposed to, fly and shit. So he needs to at least be able to look down and up. So I saw a couple of mods, though, on this guy where they actually popped his head off and they cut like a little groove by the neck in the front and in the back. And the full range is there. So I might be doing that, a little modification on it. But pretty nice. I like that they did the paint all the way. So when you have them either crunched forward or back.
He has a tramp stamp on his back.
Yeah, well, it goes all the way down his spine, but yeah, it's a tramp stamp. Listen, that's fine. I don't care who he's.
It's a roadmap.
Curtis is worried about real feathers because feathers is murder. Damn it! And what's going on? Bad take, Bojan.
What's up?
Hey, Tina.
But the aesthetic is nice what they did with this guy, and this surprises the shit out of me. I wasn't expecting all the articulation that you get out of his backpack with the wings. Super impressed by this.
Yeah, that reminds me of like the way they fucking made the Falcon's wings in the Avengers movies.
Yeah, I think this is actually better than that. Because all the points of articulation, the kind of hinges and the kind of shifting stuff that they have here, very, very surprised. I wasn't.
Well, it's a lot different from the OG where it was just cloth.
Yeah, it was a cloth that clipped onto the wrist.
Yeah.
So I'm happy that they did what they did here. And like I said, man, you could have these things crossing all the way over. Like, look at that range of motion.
Yeah, that's fucking awesome.
Dude, yeah. And again, you don't even have to put it on that figure. If you want to put it on other G.I. Joe figures, you could. They all have the hole in the back. So the backpack port. So yeah, it's good shit.
The Nega told that, huh, Trina?
Yeah, see him in the chat.
Yeah, not told that. What's going on? Not told that. Because he is most definitely not told that.
Totally different. You will never know. But yeah, so here's they kind of gave me this goofy helmet thing here, and I mean, I get it. If they didn't put this in here, the diehards, even though they didn't like the character much, would still bitch, so they put it in there.
It fits him. He's a Birdman.
Yeah, it's okay if that's what you
Birdman.
like. Yeah, that's it. It's
that's another one. Technically, you're talking about Birdman. There's another one. He-Man and Master of the Universe, Stratos.
Yeah. Stratos.
Yeah. The new Eternia ones look really good. I was debating about that guy, but yeah, this one it would have been smarter if they threw another version of the bird as well. This one they kept them with like that kind of helmet mask thing on, which I get, but and that hole in his wrist, I think they could have put it in a better position because there's only kind of like one way of kind of holding him down properly where it's gonna rest on him, and it's just that one. But when you're kind of fidgeting with it, like it looks like he's ready to fall off his arm. But I was lucky in this kind of shot. I was able to make it work in a nice way. But yeah, I don't know. Like they could have done something better with that. How they did it.
Yeah, Cotton Harvey Birdman, attorney at law.
That's
and
right.
real quick, I just want to mention Tollbat, he can't speak. Well, you're a lizard. Lizards can't speak. And not Tollbat is trying to defend him. Why can't the dumb lizard speak?
Fight with himself. Here, his kind of Wolverine claws, pretty nice. Although I seen a few people bitching about these. Listen, it does work. If you heat it up, you could slide it onto the hands properly. A lot of people don't go all the way; they're afraid to. But you could kind of inch it further down the hand so that it's more like Wolverine's kind of claws popping out. Otherwise, it's kind of curved and it doesn't sit properly. But either heat it up, or you could even Dremel part of it if you want. You shouldn't have to, but yeah, it was a very tight fit how they have that kind of thing. But anyway, I was making sure we get some really cool poses with those wings. So I gave him like the superhero landing, just to kind of show you again what you could do with the posability.
That's awesome. That looks awesome.
Yeah, they did a really nice job. I'm totally surprised by it. I thought it was going to be kind of a couple of hinges. I wasn't expecting the full range of motion. So,
well, yeah. I mean, that was part of the reason why I was like, is this extra really worth an extra $10?
That's still kind of debatable too. I get it because there's a lot going on here with the engineering, the pins and all the shit you need to put in there. But I think this guy, you'll still be able to find him for closer to 30. I'm sure there's some places online that probably have it a little bit cheaper. But yeah, in stores he's going for like 35, I think. But not terrible. But like I said, he is super fun to pose because it's one of the ones I was kind of like, I was on the fence when I first got him because I liked him as a kid. I'm like, is he gonna hold up as like a classified? Because like his shtick is kind of, with that helmet piece, is a little bit goofy. But I have him displayed right now without it and just kind of like that Native American look that, I think it works. It looks really nice.
So, what, Vinny? What did you say? How much did you say he is going for?
35.
Does he come with a flight like a stand?
No, that's the other thing that kind of sucks.
So he's for 35 mostly because of the backpack.
Yeah, it's definitely because of the backpack and the size of it. Because they had to put him in a bigger package.
Yeah.
But he's cool.
I'm trying to think. Like, is he worth a NECA toy? And I'm thinking, kind of, because his details and everything. Like,
it's a lot of work. Yeah.
Yeah.
But like I said, by the time I finished the review, I'm like, nah, I'm keeping him. This thing is really cool.
Oh yeah, Trina, if you saw the original figure, the wings they give this figure, it's pretty pathetic.
Oh, it's hilarious.
This.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
Hey man, I like the original.
I did too, but compared to this, it's fucking nothing.
Oh yeah.
We got to pull up a picture of the original because I've never seen it.
Yeah.
I'll bring up a picture.
Awesome. But this thing was very nice. And you know what, Hasbro, they've had a couple of opportunities to kind of mess around with these type of designs because they had the Vulture from Spider-Man, and like Slasher was saying too, what's his face, the Falcon. Like they've had a couple of opportunities of doing wings, so I gave him an 8.5 out of 10, just because like that range of motion for the neck really pissed me off that he's limited like that. I'm gonna have to do a mod,
Well, I mean,
that.
you're talking about the limited neck posability. I mean, it was the same thing with the Springer one I just showed off. There was a lack of freaking posability in that head.
Yeah,
and there's no reason why they shouldn't have had it. I mean, it wasn't going to interfere with nothing because that whole head tucks under when he goes into vehicle form. They should have been able to put a ball there so he could lift up his head. Why they didn't? It was laziness.
Yeah, dude, I know it makes no sense. Like they were so close to making things right. Oh wait, I think the helmet was removable then, wasn't it?
Well, I mean, it was the 80s.
No, that thing was stuck to his head.
Oh okay. Well, all right. My initial. All right.
Go ahead, Trina.
I was just saying, I mean, it was the 80s, but
you see the wing. What I'm talking about with the wings now, right? Trina?
Yeah.
And look, while it's still up too, he didn't have a vest. He was just he had Italian.
He had no
shoulders.
weapons. I don't think he had any weapons.
Yeah.
Just the bird, I think.
He had Italian shoulders.
No, he did. He did come with the claws.
Oh, he did.
Yeah, he did. The claws. Yeah, that was something he came with.
But they weren't that long though, like the way the Storm Shadow.
Well, they were just little snap-on claws. I forget how long they were. I have mine somewhere in the back, but
those things broke off easily though. Those stupid snaps.
Everything broke off easily from these G.I. Joe figures.
Yeah,
I know.
It's
right. But yeah, that's
him.
That was crazy. But like I said,
cape. That's a cape. It's not wings.
Yeah. He could have gone up to at least a 9 to a 9.5 had they did a better job with kind of like the left one. The claw fits better on that hand, but the right one, it kind of like it bends forward. It doesn't look right. So like I might have to do a mod on that too. Or
is this true, Vinny?
What?
Vinny was the model for this?
No. What the hell, man? I don't have a mullet.
Compliment. That was a compliment.
Listen, I used to have abs like that at one point. But no, it's still it was a really cool figure if you do like the classified ones, or if you just like that type of stuff, or because technically you don't even have to put them with G.I. Joe. If you just like a cool looking thing that it's got wings and shit like that.
If you like Birdmen.
If you like Birdmen. With tramp stamps. But it's really fun to pose. So yeah, if you are looking for something like that, he's a cool character. And like I said, the sculpt work they did on the face and the hair, like it's very clean. I like the aesthetic of this. So nicely done. I'll definitely give him points for that all the way. But yeah, had they fixed the neck, some of his accessories. The one thing I will say is cool. You could put the gun in either one of his hands while the claws are still there too. And there's like, if you line it up, if you look at it from like on the top view, like the gun would clear it. So if you have like a special effects thing that you want to port into the gun to make it look like it's shooting, you could do that too. So that's cool that they thought about that at least. So yeah, all in all, pretty damn nice. So here's our kind of our oddball figures or characters.
Nice. Yeah, Stieg. We've talked about that a few times. They did that a while ago, but it was
Yeah.
like a Hasbro Pulse.
Yep, and they bent over everyone. He was an astronomical number. He was like 125, but then you had to have the Pulse. You had to be a Pulse member, so that's another $50 on top of that. Then there's shipping. He was over $200 by the end of the day.
Fuck out of here.
Yep, bullshit.
Tolbat says you got Stalker now. Nice.
Oh, sweet. Which did you get, the retro carded one or the one that's like in a box? Because the retro carded one, it's the cardboard, with the plastic front. My side profile isn't a beak. You son of a.
As Stieg was also saying earlier, Muskrat was another cool one.
Muskrat. I know the name. I can't remember what he looked like. I don't know.
Oh, I think I remember him. He was like a swamp guy, I think.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, machete.
Yeah, he had like the little boogie board thing. Like,
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Yeah. I do remember this guy. I had him. I did have that guy.
I never had that guy. He looked kind of lame.
Oh, dude, I used to get him at the like the pharmacy. Like they had a couple of toys and shit there every now and then. Dude, they were super cheap there. Like what, $2, $3?
You had a hat and a shotgun.
Yeah, and I think he had a machete and, like Vinnie said, the boogie board.
Yep.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Slasher, after this, did you have something?
Yeah, I just wanted to show a picture of something. Oh yeah, there he is.
Yeah, there's Muskrat. Oh, I guess they did the updated one.
Oh, that's
one
the
too.
newer one? Oh.
That's the new one from a few years ago. And yeah, here's the
Yeah,
original.
there he is.
Yeah. I had this one where you had like the kind of more of like the navy blue paint job on it.
Night Force Mission Muskrat.
Yeah. So, bam. There you go.
Yeah, you're probably not going to see that. Todd's more worried about making money first, not about giving people classics.
Oh yeah, no, he'll do the classics because he did the original Spawn, he did the medieval, and so he's going to go through the original line. So that's what he's doing. He's doing updated versions of them, but he's going to bend over everybody in the process.
Well, I seen like the statue ones that he has, like the classic Spawn. They look really nice, but they
do.
Once again, they're statues. I could care less.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's got the bigger ones, kind of like the DC ones. I picked up that Wonder Woman, the Jim Lee one. He's got it like in that scale. I saw it at GameStop. It looked pretty good, but like you said, it's just a statue. So
they already technically have. I mean, technically, he did a she Spawn.
It does not erase swap though.
No.
Well, I said technically.
Wait a minute. Spawn's a black hair. You want him to be white?
Well, when Spawn came back to Earth, they race swapped him.
What do you mean?
He was going around as a white guy when he was in human form.
Huh? When
yeah,
did they do that?
in the beginning of the series, he tries to transform into a normal-looking human being, and then he looks at his hands and he's bugging out because he's a white guy.
I can't remember that.
Yeah,
I remember when he got hit by, was it Angela? Like she came from another dimension or something. Like a lightning bolt hit him, and he got his regular face back.
Yeah, well, I just remember when he was flipping out because he's like, "I'm black." He's looking at his hands and he's screaming, "I'm black."
It rings some bells, but I can't remember what issue that was.
It was one of the early issues.
Was it like 12
had to be like issue? No, probably earlier than that.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, was it the bums were trying to teach him how to, like, because he found out he had magic powers?
I'll look through the issues later.
Let me know.
It was one of the early issues.
I used to have them all. Yeah, I got rid of them. I think the only thing I have now is like the first one.
I probably have like 1 through 15 or something like that.
Yeah, I got the first one signed. I kept that, and I know Capullo gave me like the ones that he worked on. Like when he came back, he did like 1 or 2 issues. Because I was at the con with him. Like he was like my neighbor, and yeah, he signed them and gave them to me.
Hit and Run was.
I'm not familiar.
I never had him, though. Yeah, I'll bring him up. This guy was awesome. and it's hard to find this guy for cheap because of his backpack.
Oh yeah.
You guys are still at it.
Oh yeah, he came with a lot of shit.
Yep, and his backpack, it had like
a duffel bag,
string to rappel from above and shit. And like when you try to find them on eBay, they're always like, the backpack doesn't work. The backpack doesn't work.
Yeah, this dude.
That's
yeah, this thing.
Awesome.
Yeah, oh yeah. I think I had this guy.
Yeah, he was fucking awesome. I never.
Yeah,
look at all the shit he came with, man.
Yeah.
The fucking the face paint. I love the fucking face paint.
Yeah, he did a pretty cool job with this.
Yeah, the fucking thing has a knife holster. That's awesome.
Yeah, man, you know they're going to be hitting these too. Like, they've been covering all the characters, which is pretty cool.
God, I could only imagine what was in that backpack you had, Steve. All those stories. Oh, Jesus. Slasher, you can go ahead and get ready for yours. In the meantime, while you're getting that ready, I'll play.
Oh wait, I got a picture.
Past.
I got a picture of something funny to show.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, I think you guys are definitely gonna get a kick out of this.
Oh man,
it's easier for you to play with your toys in the bathtub now.
Holy shit!
That's fantastic.
Yeah, that's fucking awesome.
US for $3,000.
Yeah. Well, if it's HasLab, it'd be closer to 5 to 10.
Yeah, I was gonna say that price isn't far off.
That's great.
Holy shit!
That's probably what the real fucking the USS flag goes for, right? Like a complete one.
It is pretty ridiculous, the price for the original one, especially boxed. Yeah, it's up there.
Yeah,
might even be more than that.
Tollbat. I mean, Trina knows this, and Tommy knows this. I was a model. I was a hand model for a couple of the instruction manuals at McFarlane. If I had my camera on, I'd give you the finger. You know, to prove to you, I'm a hand model.
He has very impressive thumbs.
Thank you. Trina likes how that one. I have one that curves more than the other.
Yeah, it's wicked curvy.
I'm trying to behave.
I don't want to know why that thing was curved. We're gonna get into a collectible past trivia real quick. Slasher, find your topic. Yeah, for those of you who didn't know, it was their very first line to break into the action figure market, because everybody else was absolutely doing gangbusters in the action figure market, and Playmates did not have action figures. They were still predominantly a doll company at the time. Oh. So TMNT was their first foray into the action figure market.
Wow.
And they got rejected by a bunch of the bigger lines, right?
Yep.
So what dolls were they doing?
I'm trying to remember. They had a bunch. I think they had some of the ones that did like the drinking and stuff like that, if I remember correctly.
The single shells ones. The ones that used to piss themselves?
Yeah. They probably had them too, didn't everybody? Oh, okay, cool.
What a great idea that was. Yeah, I want a doll that pisses itself.
I know.
I won't be able to get it right now, Steeg. I can't do it once I'm on the stream. My internet will not allow it.
They had the Betsy Wetsy dolls.
And then they had one that took a shit.
What?
Yeah.
No. That's just Joe Biden.
Baby Biden. Nah, no joke. Like you fucking put this thing on the toilet and then you take it out. There's a little turd in the toilet, bro. They actually had the fucking nerve to do that.
Is it a piece of Play-Doh?
I don't know. I just saw the commercial. I was like, what the fuck? I'm like 8 years old. Be like, what the fuck is this?
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
that would be easier, Steeg. He can get it a lot better than I can. Yeah, once I'm on the panel, there's so much of the resources being eaten up by StreamYards. It's almost impossible for me to open up anything else. Action figures of dolls for boys. Well, I mean, technically, it kind of did start that way with G.I. Joe. So,
yeah.
So,
Lego figures too, yeah.
Dolls are. So, isn't the difference between an action figure and a doll is that a doll is not is very limited posability?
Yeah,
I
that's
thought
originally.
the whole difference was supposed to be that action figures are small and dolls are big. That's what I thought it was supposed to be.
Yeah, and the dolls they usually have soft goods.
Well, no, because if you look at the very first action figures, and I mean that was the deal breaker for Hasbro. You can't call these things dolls because they already had Barbie and all those other ones out, like Molly or whatever the hell they were all. Because there was a bunch of different companies besides Hasbro's making those Barbie-like dolls. And they were considered dolls. The G.I. Joes were the exact same size. They were made almost the exact same way. The only difference is they were geared towards boys. That's why they came up with the moniker action figures. So and for the most part, what made them action figures wasn't so much, that they were dressed like soldiers. It was that they came with gun or fighting accessories. That was the big difference.
What's up, Happy Dinosaur?
What's up, Happy?
What's up, man?
Happy.
Yeah, DTF. I know for a fact. I've seen ads for a baby doll that pisses and shits. Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's outright disgusting.
It
Is that what the gay frog has dolls that come with a pipe?
Slasher, D got your topic. Don't let Vinnie get started on this.
Oh yeah, I got a few. Trina, Run for the Hills. I got wrestling figures.
Come on, brother.
I got 2 from the $5 bin at one of my local places. I don't know if I'm pretty sure this is a Jack's Pacific one. I don't think it's a Mattel. Who makes them now? Mattel, right?
Mattel. Yeah, I think that was Jack's when you got in your hand.
All right,
That's actually pretty good.
They made him way too diesel, man. He's not that diesel.
No. At one point, he got into some pretty phenomenal shape, but
this.
But yeah, that's a little extreme.
But I want to see if I could find out what line is this from. So I want to get his hat and the fucking whatever he has. If he has the trench coat or whatever.
Is it? Who is that?
Undertaker.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, it's Undertaker.
But it's drunk Undertaker. That's why he's got a red nose.
Yeah, no, it's $5 bin. I'm sure some dude fucking bloodied him up. These are used figures.
Look! Don't make excuses for his drunkenness.
I think like a little bit of rubbing alcohol, you might be able to get that.
Yeah. That's what I had to do with the old ones, the old LJN ones.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you would remember this guy, Vinny, but I think you might, Tommy. Remember this guy?
Oh, it looks familiar. I'm blanking. Who is it?
He started teaming with Animal when Animal came back to wrestle.
Oh, yeah.
Heidenreich.
Oh,
What's his name?
Heidenreich.
Hawk was dead and Animal came back to WWE.
Wow.
So they paired him with this guy as the new Legion of Doom. It was really fucking stupid and short-lived, but I like this face paint. That's why I got him.
Yeah, that's kind of neat.
I like his gloves, too. He's got the fucking, UFC gloves.
Yeah, the UFC shit was cool.
But this is what I didn't like with the Jakks Pacific figures. They gave them all these really overdone fucking stiff-ass legs. Like, really no posability with their legs.
Yeah.
They definitely got better the later they went on.
Did it even have a waist turn?
Yeah, he has a waist turn.
Okay. Well, at least they got that. Yeah, Jakks Pacifics, I didn't like when they did that crap.
They were like half and half. Like, some of it was good and some of it was shit.
Yep.
Yeah, well, I mean, I got a few of the older ones. Like one of the ones I picked up with the Undertaker, and I've showed it off before, was their signature series, where each superstar actually, you know, on the original, I guess, whatever for the painting applications, they did their signature and they would put it on the figure. My Undertaker has the Undertaker signature down the leg, but when you look at the figure itself, the skin looks like glow in the dark paint. Like I don't know what they were thinking, and the face. Yeah, it's a Jakks one, and the face doesn't look anything at all like the Undertaker. Like I don't know who the hell they modeled it on, but it didn't look like him.
Some of those early like the very
the early ones were so
terrible.
Bad.
They had a Stone Cold that looked like a fucking shark. His face had like fucking, he had like shark teeth and fucking stupid.
Jesus. Hey, I do have I have the Stig photo, by the way.
Okay, well, real quick, let's say hi to Frankie before you show that.
Frankie.
What's up, Frankie?
What's up, Frankie? Yeah, Frankie said Hasbro tried an Italian military line. It was called GI. Oh, forget about it.
G.I. Giovanni.
G.I. Giovanni.
That's great.
Oh, man. Well, we do have, we have Stig. He was playing with his toys here. I think he's trying to cram something into another figure. Here. Evelyn's trying to get something up there.
Teal is recording it.
Yep. She's the cameraman.
For Evelyn's OnlyFans.
That's a very diverse setup you got going on there, Steve.
Holy shit. That's amazing. I'll say though, the more animated, the ones that based more on the cartoon, these are killer.
Dude, that Skeletor one, I see it all the time in Target. Man, that thing does look phenomenal. I mean, I've already picked up the regular Origin line, and I can't see myself recollecting all these same figures again just to get that. But like maybe Skeletor and He-Man, because that Skeletor is it's phenomenal. It does look great.
Yeah, they're tempting. There is one more figure I know that I want out of the new Eternia line, and it's the Evil Lynn. I don't know if you saw her, the 6-inch ones. They gave her more of like the classic look. That's it's closer to this. She looks incredible. I think she's gonna be dropping soon. Yeah, so that was cool. Good stuff, Steve.
Awesome. No, I guess I'm gonna go again. I got another interesting figure here. Vinnie already knew about this one. I've talked about this one, and got it out of the box and was playing around with it, and wasn't disappointed with it. So let's get right into this review. Vinnie, let me know at the end of this one if it's pretty much the same as what you have.
Okay.
Welcome back as we're hanging out with Rorschach. Oh, Rorschach, the superhero pig. Hanging out as we're getting ready to take a look at something that is superhero related. Technically, this is also arcade related as well. But from Jada, Ultra Street Fighter 2, the final challengers, Chun-Li. Now, I know Vinnie did one where she came in the blue dress. Now, this is one of the alternate versions. I'm not sure if this is a Target-only exclusive, but yeah, when I went out, I found the red dress version of Chun-Li. Here we go with Chun-Li right out of the box. Here we go, starting off with Chun-Li in a simple ready stance pose, showing off the elbows, a little bit of the turn and pivot down at the feet, as well as the ankle down at the bottom, or should I say the top of her shin, and a little bit of the turn that's actually available in the top of her bicep, where the bicep cut would be. And it's neatly hidden underneath that big poof ball shoulder and extension piece for her arm. So that was really smartly done. Got her in a full double knee kneeling position right here. So the skirting at the bottom is a really soft, rubbery type feeling skirting, so it moves out of the way excellently. With the help of a stand, we got her in a nice running position right there, very well balanced. Got her in another action pose right here, and another fighting stance. She got two open chopping hands right here that you can put, showing off a lot of the diaphragm movement and everything she has. Of course, all the rocking and the movement down in the legs and the arms. Really, really nice as far as posability is concerned. With the help of the stand, we got Chun-Li delivering a leaping uppercut. There in the stand also for her windmill kick. She also comes with a little stand and, of course, this accessory to simulate her lightning kick. I know it has a few different names, but we're going to keep it simple right here. You can also see her secondary face, where she does have a bit of a screaming mouth. Really well done. I like the way this one looks. One last pose with Chun-Li showing off some of her feminine wiles. Overall, this figure is excellent. The joints are movable enough, but they're not sloppy. They're not so tight that you have a hard time and you think you're going to break something. It is just in the right zone for this. I would give this one a 9.5 out of 10. Definitely worth buying if you like these Street Fighter figures.
Yeah, she is a beautiful figure, man. They did a great job. All the joints are so solid on that. Great posability.
And you know, that was one of the things I did mention there. So the joints are solid, but they're not over tight, but they're not loose either. They're in that perfect zone where everything moves just where the way you would hope it to, and you don't feel like you're going to break anything.
Yeah, that's impressive what they did.
Yeah, she looked great.
Yeah, Jade has been, hitting home runs with those, man. Next week I'm gonna review two of them, I think as well. Really, really cool stuff.
Yeah, that lightning kick thing, accessory is really neat. I wasn't sure how it was going to look, but the only problem I did have is the little stand that comes with her lightning kick. The arms on that were kind of a little on the sloppy side.
Oh, okay.
But it doesn't matter. It's just an accessory piece. So
yeah, it's just to hold it up while she's able to do the kick. I gotta say that, because I think I did a review that it was her, the blue dress one, and I did kind of a comparison too with the SH Figure Arts version. They both have their pluses and minuses, but I think I was still leaning more towards the SH Figure Arts because you get a lot more natural posability out of it. But that being said, Jada, again, that figure is I think it gave it a 9.5 or something. She is a super awesome figure. So yeah, either version you get, don't sleep on it, especially if you're a fan of Street Fighter.
And you know what I did like too is the head sculpt, the extra head sculpt. They had that almost like a rubber feeling in there for the hair, and all that stuff moves out of the way. So, and the same thing with the skirting, that's how I was able to flip it up so she could show off her ass a little bit. It was super soft, and you don't have to worry about getting in the way in certain poses. It just kind of pushes out of the way because it's so soft. I love that they did that because so many of these other figures come with that skirting or something that hangs down like a jacket or something like that, and it kind of does get in the way of the posability. Yep. This did not at all.
Yeah, it's good, man. Yeah.
And Papa, if you could, I guess if you're microing, you probably could, but I wouldn't suggest it.
So wait, how many do you have now? You have 3 of them?
Yeah, I have the 3 of them. Ryu, Ken, and Chun-Li.
Nice.
I might go back and get Fei Long now that I got a third, because it's already downhill at this point.
Yeah, I honestly, I would definitely get him. Yeah, you'll be upset if you miss out. He's Bruce Lee.
But Vinny, did you have anything else, or are you tapped out already?
No, I got another one. I got a pretty cool one. This is a big boy. Some would say fat. Others would just call him Road Pig. We got another Dreadnought. This guy was pretty damn cool. I love the original figure of this guy.
One of my favorite Joes.
What was that?
One of my favorite all-time Joe figures is the OG Road Pig.
Yeah. He was a very unique figure, bigger than your other GI Joes, and this thing delivered, man. This thing is really, really cool. So yeah, I got him at a discount from this eBay store. I picked up him and a Street Fighter figure and got him like 20% off of retail. So yeah, really really cool and free shipping. So I'm like, yeah, I don't want to pass up on this. Or like you said, one of my favorites as a kid too. I got him like in a trade, so I didn't have all of his original.
Oh,
shit.
I got him on the fucking. I had him on the card.
Yeah.
I got him right off the shelf.
I've never been fat like that, dude.
I didn't know you had a fucking white flat top either.
No.
Such a troll.
He is.
You gotta love it. I love our chat. They're awesome. Don't ever change, you bastards. Don't ever change.
Right?
And yeah, Soul Assassin, yeah. I mean, that was kind of like the idea a little bit.
Yeah, the
behind
dreadnoughts
some of
were all based off Mad Max.
You can tell by the curved thumb and the smile on Trina. Jesus Christ. Oh,
shit.
You are not wrong, Steeg. Vinnie on a strict McDonald's diet, like even Curtis is in it.
What the fuck, man?
What?
I don't know. These guys are crazy. But back to Road Pig. Road Pig and Ruckus, his pit bull. Very cool stuff here. Yeah, I was really surprised they added him in there. He didn't come with the dog with the original figure, right?
Nope.
So yeah, that was nice. This is a reuse though. This body is from Mutt and what the hell's his name? I can't remember.
Law and Order?
No.
Ruckus.
Yeah, Ruckus. But I'm saying it's Mutt and the G.I. Joe.
Mutt and Junkyard.
Junkyard. That's it.
I'm sorry, I was laughing. That's why I had to mute.
Oh, it's all right. So, but yeah, that is the same body as the Rottweiler that they use. They just changed the head to the pit bull, but I'll show it a little bit during this as well. But yeah, no, this figure is pretty damn sweet. Everything they did with this guy.
Other than that stomach tattoo.
Yeah, yeah. Two things: that stomach tattoo, and when I get to the articulation part, I was really upset at the limitation that he has because he has the proper diaphragm cut, but they didn't go deep with the groove on it, so he doesn't have like crunch or he can go back okay, I guess, but his front, yeah, he should be able to crunch forward, and he doesn't. So that's what sucks. Oh yeah. Yeah, don't post pictures. You're gonna have a bunch of fucking weirdos following me. You know, all those Comicscape pedos. Like, I don't want that.
Wait, you got chubby chasers, Vinnie?
Yeah, no. They like pictures of kids over there in Comicscape. Remember? They like to harbor them over there, weirdos. But yeah, their leader smokes meth and crack, so crazy. Anyway, yeah. Here's Road Pig. Yeah, his articulation, like I said, he's got that diaphragm cut, but they don't go all the way with it, which really sucks. But yeah, posability is pretty good though. You know, aside from that.
Real quick,
yeah.
Did you have the same problem I had? So mine, his upper diaphragm keeps rocking backwards.
It doesn't rock backwards, but it doesn't really have proper motion to it. Like, I don't know if that thing could be modified properly. You might have to heat it up to snap it apart, but yeah, I hate having to do shit like that. You know, they should be able to cover that stuff. You know, they're releasing this thing mass produced. Make sure everything works properly.
The dog's face.
Yeah.
Looks like an MSDNC news anchor.
What, after Trump won?
Yes.
They did give him two different heads though, so if you want him to have more like a neutral expression, you know, you could do that with the jowls. Good stuff though.
Yeah, I was actually surprised how much articulation was actually in the dog. So
yeah,
the ones I picked up, I got myself, and I sent one to Slasher.
Mm-hmm.
We got really fortunate, like you said, it was like a little bit off. Like ours was like half off.
Oh, with Naugahyde?
Oh yeah,
yeah. And man, they were freaking incredible. But like when I picked up the Road Pig, like a week later. It looked like it was brand new in the package. It turned out it was open. Somebody took it out, put it all back in the box, and just took it back. I guess they didn't like it, but they had the dog sitting in the package wrong.
Oh,
and I couldn't figure out why. Yeah, it didn't twist anything up. Guy jamming it into the package wrong or nothing. Nothing was bent and warped or nothing like that. I was kind of surprised.
Okay.
So, I mean,
Well,
they did a decent job with that.
Nice. Yeah, there's the other face. I think they did a great job with this one. You know, and he does have that little scar over his eye. That's kind of cool. Yeah, his weapons are pretty damn sweet too. That hammer is great design.
I liked his old school hammer with the cinder block.
Yeah, well, both are cool. I'm glad that they gave him both.
Oh, they did? Oh, okay.
Yeah. Do you see him in the
Oh,
back?
okay, yeah, I see the cinder block.
Yep. So nice stuff. Yeah, the metal one you get more than one swing out of. With the cinder block, you might get 2 swings depending on what you're hitting. But yeah, it's cool that they added it. You know, awesome, really awesome. So yeah, and he does come with the alternate hands as well. So if you want him to just have his closed fist, so you can beat up people, whatever. Yeah, there you go. Get the option. The alternate head, not crazy at this expression. I don't know if they were trying to make him yelling or happy, or I couldn't tell what they were doing here. But that's a fail. His regular neutral head that he comes with I think that looks a lot better.
I was pretty sure that was his porta potty face, but I could be mistaken.
Could be. He's like, yay, I made a poop. Yeah, it's G.I. Joe. I told that. And yeah, this was cool.
I saw this crazy mask they gave him with. They gave
Yeah, this thing looks like something out of a horror movie. Like I don't know, I dig it. So that's cool. They give you a couple of different looks. He also came with like the meat hook thing. So, but it doesn't go in his hand properly. Like the handlebar is like too short. He did come with an extra mask, which is really cool. It's almost like a muzzle. But yeah, that was a pretty nice effect when you put it on. So you have a couple of different ways of displaying this guy, and yeah, they repurposed the other guy's shield. The G.I. Joe. What the hell was his name? Shockwave. So pretty good stuff though. I like the kind of unique paint job they had. But all the details in this guy are really sick. He does look like some out of Mad Max. Like they did a really good job. So there you go. And for a big figure like this, like with the double jointed elbow and shit, like you could get him in a full range with the arms and everything. Like I said, the weakest point
with the mask. That mask is cool on him.
Yeah, it is. It's really nice. After fidgeting with it more, I got it to sit more properly, and you could get like the straps going around his ears a lot better. It got caught on the back of his head. But yeah, I moved it around and got it afterwards. But again, the only thing I dislike again is that stupid tattoo on the stomach. The original figure did not have that, and the diaphragm just needed to be,
Well, he didn't have that extra tattoo on his left arm either. He had the adder key.
That was it.
Oh yeah. But he had the chain though on the bicep, didn't he?
No.
He had something going around his bicep.
No, he had the crossbow. He had the little crossbow.
He had like football shoulder pads. He had the wrist crossbow, and then there was like this mini shield that he had on that you put on his other wrist.
Oh, okay. But yeah, I think they did a phenomenal job. Just this thing is just pretty damn epic. And he's bigger than the other ones. He's about the same height as Big Boa, which is a taller figure as well. But yeah, he's completely brand new, head to toe. There's no reuse on this guy. But even like the way that they did like the wrinkles and shit on his back from like the fat kind of the pudginess. But this guy, he was originally modeled after Dino Bravo, and the original figure you could see his face is there. Like that's
not only his face but his body. I mean, that's I think why they made him a little bit bigger, because that's definitely the Dino Bravo freaking body.
Oh, absolutely, man.
He was a big guy, but he had that extra like layer of fat, and it says dreadnoughts across his stomach, Frankie.
Yep. Yeah, it was too thick, too sloppy, but it's just it wasn't there in the original figure, so they should have just left it off.
It was the same thing with the Naugahyde figure. Naugahyde had a whole bunch of he had 2 tattoos. Mm-hmm. This new one, he has a tattoo on the side of his head. The new he got the snake tattoo. The old one didn't have that.
Yeah, I mean, some of their choices I'm kind of okay with, and the other ones is just like, yeah, they could have left that out. But all in all, it's still really cool, and yeah, that's how he scales with Zorana. And I put the little monkey too from Naugahyde set, which again they look awesome together. Like I love the Dreadnoks. Like they did such a great job with these guys.
Steve, yeah, they did a pretty good job on the Big Boa one too. I still see that floating around Target every once in a while.
Yeah, they gave him Sylvester Stallone's face, but they knocked out his front teeth. That's what his alternate head is. So pretty cool. But yeah, there he is.
Rocky is supposed to be Big Boa's rival. Remember we were talking about that? How they made the Rocky figure.
Yep, that's why for Classified they gave him the Rocky Balboa head, the Sylvester Stallone kind of.
Yeah, they probably did that on purpose.
Oh, of course. But it looked good though. They did a nice job. And yeah, so here are the three. We got the two dogs, and then was this Yobo or what's the warthog's name?
Shit, wait.
Or was Yobo the monkey?
Oh, Pork Belly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Yobo is the monkey.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, Naugahyde didn't come with the monkey. He just had the boar, the original one.
The original one, yeah. It was cool that they added the extra, and I like the sniper rifle and shit they gave him. Yeah, but again, you can still get some pretty cool poses, and for a big figure like this, to have like both hands on the hammer, like on the handle, like good range. Once again, the only limitation was that the diaphragm kind of joint.
He needs a bike. He would look awesome on a fucking bike.
Yeah. I see people posting those up, man. Yep. They gave him like the Punisher bike from that last set that came out from Marvel Legends a couple of years ago. But again, COVID screwed all that up. He was like impossible to find, because all the poachers are those sons of bitches, the scalpers. Because I really wanted that one, but yeah, that would have been perfect. That bike, he fits so perfectly on it from some of the photos and shit I've seen online. But yeah, had they not done the tattoo and they fixed that joint, he would have probably been a 10 out of 10. Not gonna lie, this guy is an amazing figure, a massive figure. So good stuff. Again, Classifieds, they've been hitting home runs. They're doing an awesome job. Happy to see all that. I think probably the one that got the best review. Or the top two, I think it's got to be Cobra Commander, the one I just reviewed the other week. He got a 10 out of 10, and Sergeant Slaughter. Like those figures are absolutely perfect.
Yeah, I just told that the old road.
Yeah, there you go. See, he had something on that right bicep. I knew he had something.
Yeah, it was that band. It was like a double band.
And they made it a chain on this one.
But see, under his shoulder pads over here, for some reason, it was like a wrist guard that you put on the one wrist has the crossbow, the other wrist has the guard on it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's one of the few Joe figures that didn't come with a backpack.
That's true. Look at that. Yeah, he was a cool figure though.
Yeah, Stig, that Lady J was an excellent figure too.
Yep. Dude, I'm so pissed. I hope that they end up releasing it later on, but they did a brand new Baroness that's like in a pilot's kind of like that kind of outfit and that gear.
Yeah. It was one of the less articulated ones, right?
No. There's the one that's on it's the stupid Pulse one for the was it the Raptor?
They're more drawn like the cartoon. I mean, like they're molded more like the cartoon look. Did you see those ones?
It's not the Classified line. You're talking about a different.
I don't think so.
That's the Super 7 line.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
And I wouldn't recommend them.
Yeah, they look nice, but yeah, they have their limitations. No, the Classified one, they did a brand new one that she's like an additional figure for like one of the stretch goals or some shit. And the body, like the way they did it, it almost looks like a J. Scott Campbell kind of drawing. Like it looks so fucking good. Like that's the body that they should have done, because that original Baroness figure has so many problems. Her articulation, she feels all the joists are all loose. She looks good in packaging, but she has problems for sure. This new one they did, is phenomenal. The double joints and the elbows, all that shit. Like, oh my god, so good.
Well, I mean, they weren't too far off with that other Baroness even when they did the re-release of the one I picked up, but there was just enough for it to be off that it wasn't much different than the one that you were talking about from before. So, yeah, it's nice that they're going to fix it because it's a favorite character. You know, it's one of the favorites. So,
absolutely.
And there's so few of the actual Cobra themselves. You know, counting outside the Dreadnoks that people really want to see done right. And the Cobra Commander was definitely a step up from what they've done before. So hopefully this one is a step up again, and hopefully they go back to the drawing board and they release an even better version of Destro.
Yeah, that'd be. Although this Destro is still really cool. He's still one of my favorites. The original one.
Thank you, Tolbert.
And yeah, Time Prophet, it's getting better. I mean, I still have my issues with my back. It's never going to go away. So, I mean, it hasn't been quite as bad as it usually is. They've got him coming up.
Yeah, they finally single carded him because he was like a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, like a bigger box, and he came with a whole bunch of shit. But yeah, they're going to single card him, and he looks incredible.
He's escorted down the figure aisle by 2 employees.
What's that? Double jointed elbows. Oh shit.
Yeah, Steve, that's awesome. Yeah, he was one of the ones that was really hard to find in the first wave. Well, technically it wasn't the first wave, it was like second or third wave Triclops came out. Incredibly hard to find. Even when they did the re-releases like a couple of years ago, a year or two ago, or whatever the hell it was, still impossible to find.
Yeah. The new Eternia one looked good too, that they did with him.
Yeah. Nighttime Prophet. Have a good one.
Yeah, have a good one, man.
Prophet.
Oh, I don't know. I'm told that. It's hard for me to get out of the house. Somebody's got to be here to watch after all the animals and everything. Give it 9 pigs out of 10, 10 dragons, 10 goats, 10 ducks, and 5 chickens. What about some squirrels? Justice for Peanut.
Right? I think we're getting it. We're getting that justice for Peanut and Fred. Oh, man.
Yeah, sometimes it happens, DTF. I know that freaking StreamYard has got some new bullshit that they got going on with YouTube now in terms of service and everything. I don't know if you had a chance to read through that shit. Oh, boy. Now, if you're in violation of anything YouTube, that they'll shut your StreamYard down, too.
Yeah, they were trying to get more restrictions on us. But hopefully that'll change soon.
He's been torn. Get out of here. The pigs control everything that I do. Richard Gere, what? How the justice for Peanut should be administered? Oh, no.
Oh,
That's
no.
the last thing we need.
No gerbils were harmed in that incident.
Yeah, let's hope not.
But since you did a big figure, Slasher, do you have something else, Toe?
Nah, I'm
okay. All right, so I managed to put this one together. Like the pig was on top of things, and I was actually done uploading almost an hour before the show, surprisingly. But I did manage to piece this one together, so it's a little bit different than how I normally do them. So I did most of these in still shots. But you did a big figure, I'm doing a big figure too as well, my friend, and here we go.
Welcome back as we're hanging out with Rorschach. Oh, what's up, Rorschach? The superhero pig. We're going to get ready to take a look at something. Now, normally we don't buy these because of our detestment of a certain company. Everybody knows this company, how much I hate them. Yeah, this is not something we normally buy, but from Hasbro, because we got this one on the cheap. We got Marvel Legends, and we got the Incredible Hulk. We have Joe Fixit. Like I said, not something I normally pick up. I usually avoid most of the Disney-related products, but this one was like half off its normal price. And this one looks pretty cool. I always thought this character was pretty damn nifty. And at $19.99 for something that was a little over $40, okay, yeah, I'm going to pick this one up. Freaking Ollie's coming through again. So let's go ahead and get this one out of the box and take a look at it.
So starting right off with our Hulk, we got him with his Tommy gun in his hands, doing a few different poses right there. I'm not going to talk about all the points of articulation. I'm just going to show them all. And you see here, he's got a secondary head that does have the hat on it, and he does come with 2 closed fists. And once again, we're just going to throw him in a bunch of action poses. Now, unfortunately, because he is a big blocky figure, the articulation is a little bit limited with this one. But what is there, you can actually get quite a bit out of it. Now, this figure was originally a Build-A-Wave figure that came in another series, and that you would piece them together. And this one, they just wound up re-releasing as a standalone figure. And now we are going to finish it off with a few action poses with a few different figures so you can see the size scale comparison to other lines. I think it does pretty well for what it's supposed to be. That the Gray Hulk's supposed to be about 6'6", and I think this scales fairly well. Guys, we really did enjoy this one, and we are going to give this one an 8.5 out of 10.
Anyway, guys, that is all we have on this one. What did you guys think about this? Especially at that very affordable price for Ollie's Good Things Cheap. Be sure to let the superhero pig Rorschach know what you thought about this one.
Yeah, that thing looked freaking cool.
Yeah, he looks awesome. That's weird though. It was like there was like a hole in the sleeve of his jacket where you could see through it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's where everything would have ported in because, like I said, it was Build-A-Wave, and the bottom half of the legs is the one drawback because it was Build-A-Wave. They didn't really change much. So, where you got that leg swivel or that leg turn in the middle of the thigh, that's where it ported apart. And if you turn it enough, you can actually get the whole leg to kind of pop off. So
he looks awesome.
Yeah, it was definitely fun.
Like I said, I didn't see that when I just saw the 2-pack with him and Wolverine with the white jackets.
Yeah.
Tommy gun.
yeah, the patch one.
Yeah, from that Wolverine cover.
Yep.
But giant Tommy gun. That's fucking awesome.
Mm-hmm.
No, I had a hard time in that fucking shot with Buzzer running with the Tommy gun going off because I had to get the light. I have a snake LED light that I had to try to get behind him, hide it with a bunch of fake bricks on the ground, and then get the light close enough to the end of the gun to get it to light up while still concealing it. Man, that was a tough shot. Like, things kept falling over, and I was getting infuriated. What's going on, Decepticon? And what's going on to Janet from another planet? Hello there.
Hello, Janet.
What's up, guys?
Yeah, and all the accessories that he did come with, because everything is a little bit bulkier on this figure. There was nothing warped or anything like that. Like, everything was perfect. And the drum magazine for the Tommy gun does pop off. So technically, if you wanted to, you could pose him with like he's putting the drum magazine into the Tommy gun. Yeah, so
that's cool.
I don't know. What do you think about it now, Vinny?
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, if I seen him in stores, I'd probably pick him up.
Yeah, like my Ollies, my close one, they didn't have any on the shelves. The other one is a little bit further out. It's a little bit more of a drive for me. Mm-hmm. They had like 2, I think, of this guy, 2, maybe 3 tops, and the only other thing that they had was the Dr. Doom and Captain Marvel. The Rambo version,
yeah,
and the white,
yep, the kind of 70s look.
Yeah, they didn't have much of the other Legends ones like they were supposed to have. Like they sold out quick, for like half off because that thing was originally like around $45. So.
Oh yeah. No, I think that Hulk you just showed, he's going for he's like $64.99 or something.
No, I still see in a few places where they're saying like 40 something.
Maybe it's on sale then because I think I checked Big Bad Toy Store. I think it was like 64, 65.
Oh wow.
Yep.
Yeah, it looked good. And some of the other reviewers that I've seen do that one, they talk about he has no waist cut. Absolute bullshit. I showed it in all those poses. He does have a waist cut. You just got to stop being a little bitch and move his freaking jacket out of the way and turn him. Damn it. Now, definitely a fun figure. Like I said, I don't pick a lot of those things up, but yeah, for half off, you know, a minimum of half off for that. Yeah, I'd get that. That was pretty. It was a pretty sharp one. I wasn't disappointed with it. Nice. I was a little worried at first because it was a build a wave, and I was telling Vinnie, I said, "Yeah, the posability doesn't seem great," but after I kept messing with it, I was able to get in a lot more poses. Because after time, that jacket starts moving out of the way more as you manipulate it, so it gets easier. Yeah, a lot of fun messing with that thing. And here's another funny one. So the professional photographer people that they use on Hasbro. After I did all my shots, I was like, let me see what they did. They did most of the same shots that I did. I was dying. I was like, holy shit. The only ones they didn't do, obviously, is the action poses and he's legit holding Rio up by his head with his hand. Like I just squeezed Rio's head into Hulk's hand and he held him up.
That's awesome.
And the Tommy gun, and then the one where he's got both hands behind his back. That's probably those are the only ones Hasbro didn't use, but everything else was the same ones that I wound up freaking just natural posing.
That's awesome.
But that was everything I had.
Pretty cool, man. Pretty cool.
What'd you think of the gangster outfit one, Trina?
Loved it. He looks awesome. Love the Tommy gun.
Yeah, I think it was really sweet.
So if I wind up seeing more of these, who wants me to scrounge up some?
Well, I'll take. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I might have to.
All right. Next time I go out to that Ollie's, I'll take a look. I go out that way. We get our ammo at a place that's out towards that way. So
sweet. We'll put that ammo in the gun and then get him for free.
Shit, if you want that, if you want that 2-pack with him and the Hulk, I'll try to snatch that one up for you.
I mean, that's a cool looking one. I seen him at my GameStop, but yeah, that price tag is too much.
What is it, like 50, right?
Either 50 or 60.
Well, then, my store might have a different price, but yeah, Tommy, if you want that one, I'll pick that one up for you.
Yeah, I mean, if you can find it and not break the piggy bank.
Yeah, that should be good.
Just about time, Chaos. DTF, yes. So it's another version of the Hulk. So in the original story run, the Gray Hulk would actually pop out at nighttime. And also, if you ever seen the original origin story, the Hulk wasn't green.
He was gray. Yeah, he was gray. Very first appearance. Yep.
So they found out, though, that having a gray Hulk in those old comics was really difficult because of that old like dot matrix printing shit that they did back then. So they decided to make him green because it would stand out more in the pages of the comic. And then they kind of changed the story, explained why he turned green. But yeah, so eventually what happens is the Gray Hulk, or what becomes known as the Joe Fix-It version, he emerges and he winds up, he's a little bit more intelligent. He's a little bit smaller and not quite as powerful as a Green Hulk, but he's able to take control of Banner's body for a lot longer. And then he winds up going to Vegas and he winds up working for mob bosses.
He's not a dumb Hulk.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. Dig into that stuff. Like it was a pretty cool character. I liked it, so I had to have this one. But
I can't remember. Is that the version that when they made him the new Fantastic Four? It was Ghost Rider, Hulk, Wolverine, and Spider-Man. Yeah. Was it Joe Fix-It?
He was. I know he was wearing a suit and tie when he was in those couple of Fantastic Four issues.
Yeah, because I have them. I don't know where they're in the bin somewhere. I haven't been able to go find them. But yeah, if he had a suit and tie, then that means it was a Joe Fix-It version, which is pretty cool.
Dumb Hulk would work for Disney. Golden Trina Award. It'll be coming. Any last minute wrap ups for the toy stream, Vinnie? Slasher, Trina?
No.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll get into it then.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for the Golden Trina Award for the best review of the night.
All right. Well, you guys had some great ones tonight. I'm gonna give it to Tommy for the Grim Ripper.
Nice. Nice.
It did deserve an award. That thing was awesome.
God damn it. I would like to thank Trina. I'd like to thank everybody who made this possible, especially Ollie's Good Things Cheap. God damn it. I got it again. And I'm going to be gracious this time. I want to thank all my panelists for coming up here and doing an awesome job as always. And all the awesome people that were in the chat that made this possible. God damn it. I won.
Amen, brother.
And I'm not being a jerk this time. But as always, we're going to go ahead and we're going to hand it off to our panelists, and they're going to let you know what they got going on. So let's start with the Golden Girl herself.
Hey, Prime, what do you think Megatron's gonna do to Starscream?
Nothing gentle, I would say.
All right. Well, this was a blast, guys. I really had a lot of fun. It's great hanging out with you, and thank you all in the chat and anybody watching on the replay. Thank you as well. You can catch Etep and I on Etep's channel on Tuesday nights at usually around 8:30, 8:45. We do the horror stream, the review. And yeah, that's about it. I had a lot of fun with you guys, and I hope you all have a great night.
Thank you, Trina, as always.
Thank you.
We're going to pass it on over.
What car is that coming up? Creepy. Drive by.
Yeah, man. Thanks for letting me chill, talk toys, and forget about all the fucking garbage going on in my life. And yeah, that's it.
When's the next gaming stream coming up, buddy?
Probably tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
What about the next movie?
Saturday. Vampire Hunter D. Weeb Nation, everybody. Weeb Nation.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Slash's
a good one.
anime channel is back.
Yep.
Yeah, Tommy, you were talking about Ghost in the Shell the other day. You really are.
You know what?
Right? Thing.
It'd been a long time since I'd seen it, and I just went back just randomly and seen it. And I was like, oh, shit, I forgot that the first one was a movie.
I've never seen it.
It's on Tubi, man.
Another one down for Weeb Nation? Should I put another one on the list?
You might as well.
Yeah,
Let's
sure,
keep this thing rolling.
Why not?
Thanks, Slasher. I'm going to pass it on over.
Shitter was full!
Yeah, it's me. It's me. I'm passing off to myself this time. I won the award again. Trina was so gracious to give it to me again. I am desperately trying to hold it together and not sound like a jackass for accepting another one. But thank you, everybody that's been hanging in the chat. Once again, you guys make this so much fun, being able to hang out with us and contribute to the show every single time, man. It really does mean a lot that you spend your time here with us. I really do appreciate it, man. And I know it's, as far as I'm concerned, it's not said enough, and it sure as hell is not said enough by a lot of other people on channels, because I swear sometimes they just do not appreciate people to come by, but I do appreciate every last one of you taking your time to spend it here with us. Hope you had a lot of fun. I hope you enjoyed the figures, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one. And let's see, hopefully I should be getting a Cage Talks going by Tuesday. I know this past week was a mess, and I couldn't even stream because, it was voting day, people. Tied up in traffic and everything like that. I couldn't even do a guinea pig live. It is what it is. But yeah, we'll be returning next week, hopefully with Cage Talks. And remember, never let anybody tell you what you can and can't say. What you should or should not think, because your silence, your compliance, well, it gives consent. And we're going to pass it on over.
It's me, Mario Kartitis. Oh, no. Hey, everybody. Yeah, thank you for being here tonight. We had a blast for sure. But I do want to, again, share this out one more time. We need people to sign this petition if you guys could. This is the family friend who was killed by an illegal scumbag who should never have been in this country. This guy's he stole a car, he drunk drove, and he murdered a family friend's son here. And this guy was actually going to be a Marine, Nicholas. And yeah, so if you guys could sign this petition, we need to keep his murderer behind bars. Yeah, because Texas wants to release him since they're overcrowded over there. So yeah, let's get some justice for Nicholas here. He was a good kid, great guy who wanted to help our country. And yeah, the Biden administration did a lot of damage, and we want to make sure that we keep criminals behind bars. So if you could sign the petition, it'd be awesome. You might have a pop-up that asks for money. You don't have to do that. All you got to do is put your name, your email, and share it. That's when you share it, it locks in the signature. So I got to thank you guys too, the ones who have signed this already. I think we got like 150, something like that, so far for them, which is great. We want to try to hit 1,000. That'd be amazing because when we hit 500, like she was so over the moon about it because his mom is completely heartbroken because she has to actually go from New York down to Texas to make sure that guy stays in prison as well. And if she has these petitions that are signed, it's going to help a lot. So if you could do that, that'd be really, really good. Again, I knew this kid when he was about 14, 15, super great guy. You know, again, everything he was doing, he was going to be a pilot for the Marines and everything. And yeah, all that was taken away from him, his whole future. He was only 25. So if you could help, that'd be awesome. Chaos, thank you, brother. Get the word out if you could. Like I said, put it on social media, let people know. And yeah, tomorrow we are going to have a bit of a victory lap, I guess. And you know, before we start getting into more fun stuff again and back into comics and movies and games and shit that we enjoy. But yes, we need to still lap up the tears of the wicked.
No, not just lap them up. We got to savor them. They got to say, and I know some people are calling for, oh, well, let's be the bigger people. I'm sorry. I can't be the bigger person after the past so many years.
No.
Yeah. I hate that.
Yeah, I haven't seen none of this. Let's be the bigger people. I've seen nothing but crying and bullshit and fucking people threatening to shoot people now if they think they're a Trump supporter.
Lunatics.
Yeah, these crying morons they're supposed to be the future and the change of the country. Get the fuck out of here.
Well, and that's the thing. Tomorrow we're going to break that down, including the lies that the mentally deranged believed off of the media, which is all bullshit. And I'm going to be playing a really great video. We have a mafia guy, Michael Frances, who broke it all down and who was involved. He names names of all of them. In 10 minutes, he names everyone who's connected with the Democrats and the media and George Soros, and it's something else. So yeah, and it's all proof. This is all verified stuff. So we're gonna be showing that tomorrow. We're gonna have we'll probably show like Ron Perlman having his breakdown in his car. It's gonna be fun. So tune in tomorrow if you want to see them all crying even harder. So yeah, and guys, yeah, please support my projects if you could. We have 2 campaigns that are still active, and I have other books available on there. So if you want to get we have the different art books. The one that was on Kickstarter, it's over on the Volume 3 campaign right now. That's the 140-page one. You could get Volume 3, and you could also get the kids book. The kids book, we only have about 38 copies left. The bigger art book is only about 140 left. And if you want either Through the Woods, the hardcover, and Shadow of the Kraken, that's over on the Shadow of the Kraken campaign, which is just Vinnieart.com. We'll take you right over there. So yeah, thank you everyone. Tomorrow, tune in at 5 p.m. And yeah, we'll we're gonna have some fun. So thank you everyone. Oh, we're also going to talk about the latest episode of Penguin. There's only one left. So yeah, that show has been fantastic. Highly recommend it if you have not seen it. jump on that.
And the last one was a banger too.
Oh yeah, man, so good! I can't wait for the season finale. That's going to be great.
Definitely great. All right, guys, everyone out there, we'll catch you next time. Have a good one.
You better run, Mojito.
You what? I thought you said don't move.
That was before. Now, you run. Adios, amigo.